Well, hi everybody. I'm going to take you through these vocal warm-ups. And so please make sure you're standing. Please make sure you can see the screen okay and that you're kind of spread out. And if you're in my classroom, please keep your mask on. I'm taking it off right now so that you guys can see what my mouth and what my face are doing. Okay, so we took notes yesterday about the 8 characteristics of a good stage voice. Okay, and so we're going to be incorporating some of those things into the vocal warm-ups that we do. So just the same way that you or your coach might have you stretch before an athletic game or something. Okay, we're doing that same thing. We're just doing it like with our face and with our voice because our bodies are now like this instrument. Okay, so yesterday we talked about rate, projection, clarity, expression, pitch, even our stance and our eye contact and our poise. And so some of those things we're going to be working on right now, okay? So some of these things are going to just stretch our faces a little bit. All right, so what I would like you guys to do is pretend that your mouths are like rubber bands, okay? And I want you to just like open it up to the right and open it up to the left and up and down and just keep doing that. Up and down, okay? Make your faces really small and tight. Just scrunch them up, okay? And then now we're going to make them really big and open. And then scrunch them up real tight and open. Okay? And now I want you to smile really big. Okay? And now I want you to frown even with your eyebrows a little bit. Okay? And now I want you to chew like you have a big wad of bubble gum in your mouth. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to give you some vowel sounds, okay? It's going to go oo, e, o, ah, a. Make sure I did that right. Ooh, e, o, ah. Ooh, e, o, a, ah. Now, I usually do it the other way. Ooh, e, o, ah, a. Okay? So, ready? I'll do it first, and then you guys could do it with me the next time. Ooh, e, o, ah, a. Notice how my mouth changes forms depending on the vowel sounds I'm making. Ooh, e, kind of more spread. O, makes an O. Ah is the biggest. That's why the doctors say ah, right? Because that opens your mouth the biggest and they can see into your throat. And then A. Okay, ready, begin. Ooh, e, o, ah, a. Good, again. Ooh, e, o, ah, a. Now we're going to put a consonant sound in front of it, but we're going to say the same vowel sound. So it's going to sound like this. If I say add a B to it, it might be boo, bee, bo, ba, bay. Okay, you guys do it. Ready? Boo, bee, bo, ba, bay. Good. Now put a P with it. Poo, pee, po, paw, pay. Haha, we said some funny words. Okay, again. Poo, pee, po, paw, pay. Okay, now with an F. Ready? Begin. Foo, fee, fo, fa, fay. Nice job, you guys. All right. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of breathing. I want you to breathe in. Okay, but what I want you to do is I want you to find your belly button. I want you to put your hands right above your belly button. So like right now, like my pinkies are kind of right there at my belly button. This area basically between my chest and my belly button or the waist area is where your diaphragm is. Okay, so go ahead and put your hands there. And I want you to take a deep breath, not fast, maybe like 3 or 4 counts to inhale. And when you inhale, I want you to either see your belly go out. I know this isn't attractive for girls and we're like in our minds. We can't do that. But maybe just have the pressure against your hands so you can feel it. What I don't want is I don't want you to breathe here and go like this. Okay? I want you to breathe here. Okay? So it's going to look more like this. Okay? Try that a couple times on your own. Go ahead. Feel it against your hands. It's the proper way to breathe, but sometimes we don't know that. We breathe more in our shoulders and our chest. Okay, we want to do it here. If you're still having having a hard time feeling that pressure, especially if you're at home or if you're here and you want to try it tonight, hey, Mikey, lay down on the floor or on your bed and put a book right there and then try to watch it go up and down, okay, when you're breathing, okay? Some of you, it's just normal, feels like, what's so special about this? But for others of you, you gotta have to train yourself, okay? So when we breathe in, then the air is there, and we want to tense those muscles right there in our diaphragm, okay, to support. That's how later on we'll project, okay? So right now we're going to breathe in, and we're going to count to 10, okay? Ready, begin. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now you can take little breaths in between. Okay, because when I say 1, it's impossible for air not to come out because that's what's making the sound, right? If I let all my air out, then I'm like 1, 2. I can't say 2 or 3, right? So, but some air is going to escape. So if just a little bit, it's like think of a glass of water, right? If it's full and you just drink a little bit, the glass still mostly has water. You can just keep refilling it if you need more, okay? But you don't want to let it all out on number 1. It probably can't do the whole 10 count with just one gulp of air. That's why inhale when you need to. But if you have a majority of that air here and you're feeling that tension and that pressure, you're going to be able to support that and you're going to be able to speak louder, okay? So let's try it again, but this time I want you to do it like a drill sergeant, okay? Like you're yelling out orders and counting somebody's push-ups, that type of thing, okay? So it starts with the breath. Breathe in. Feel that tension right here, okay? You can go ahead and let it out. We're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to immediately start counting, okay? Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Those of you in the back, you need to be pushing all the way out to here so I can hear you, okay? Let's try it again. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's not going to be attractive, those of you who are watching this on video or at home. But I'm just going to kind of over-exaggerate so you guys can see that every time I count and that air is coming out of me, you're going to see my stomach, or we would call it the belly or whatever, but that's where my diaphragm is. You're going to see it kind of come out a little bit and like punch, okay? So just watch real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see that kind of that little push that's happening there? That's what you guys should be feeling on your end. Okay? Now, I'm just gonna have us breathe in, count to 10 again, but in different ways. So this is gonna help us a little bit with our emotion and with our what's it called on our characteristics, our expression. Okay? So, oops, let me get to this one. All right, we're going to do it like a child, like a little child. Okay, ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're going to say it sadly. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So notice what happened. When we were trying to be expressive, but in a sad way, our pitch, that's how high or low we are, kind of lowered. We kind of elongated the 1s and the 2, right? Because we were sad. Okay, so when we're sad, we stretch words out and we mope with our voices as well as with our bodies. So we're like Eeyore, right? I'm sad. I don't have friends. Sometimes that happens in our body naturally, but we want to also have it happen in our voices. Okay, like we're angry. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Like we're bored. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. So you'll notice how, again, the pitch changes a little bit. Kind of went high, almost like I was yawning, like 1, oh, right? You know? So that's different ways that changing our pitch and changing how long, the rate, and fast we speak can help with that. Okay? Now we're going to do another one that helps us, just a breathing exercises. I want us to hiss like we are a snake. So think about your teeth are closed and air is coming out. That's the best way to think of a hiss. Okay? We're going to do it for a 10 count. Okay? We're just going to, I guess we'll just count like this. Okay? Okay, inhale. Okay, good. Let's try it again. Okay, because the air is not going really fast through, you can usually feel that tension, not just right here where the air is going through, but right here in that diaphragm. It should feel like, you know, like right before you're about to do a crunch, okay, or you're about to cough. It's those same stomach muscles that we're talking about. Alrighty, and a few tongue twisters just to kind of get our mouth and our tongues loose, okay? Selfish, shellfish. We're going to say this a few times. Ready? Begin. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish. Okay, so this is where in the notes, remember when I said try to open your mouth as big as getting the 2 fingers in? Yeah. This is like, not everything has to be that, but if I'm opening, I want to really over enunciate. We overstretch, okay, so that this feels normal. This feels normal to me. So I overstretch and I over enunciate so that when I talk like this feels normal. When I don't do that and I wake up in the morning, I talk like this and I'm really tired and my face doesn't want to move and my mouth doesn't open very much, okay? So that's why we overstretch. All right. So like I used to be in track when I was in high school and we used to like, you know, have to touch your toes. We used to have to do like what's called the hurdler stretch, you know, with one foot out and the other one turn. And you know, you're touching your toe that way. You're bringing your chest all the way to your thigh, right? And it's like when I ran, my thighs never touched my chest. Okay. That would be weird. Can you imagine running and you're like that? Okay. But what do? We overstretched it so that when my long strides just kind of felt easy and normal when you're doing that. So that's the same principle for our mouth. Okay. Here's a few more. Red leather. This is a good one for the tongue. Red leather, yellow leather. 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 Okay, good? Specific, Pacific. Specific, Pacific. Specific, Pacific. Specific, Pacific. Unique, New York. Unique, New York. Unique, New York. Unique, New York. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. Good. What I suggest when you guys are practicing your storytelling and reading of the children's story, that before you perform, that you actually read it. Let me see your book real quick. Yeah, that you actually read it and try to over pronounce the words just that first time through. Okay, so you say something like knocks on fox, in socks, in box, socks on knocks, and knocks in box, fox in socks, on box, on knocks. Okay, look, sir, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. Okay, this is, of course, Dr. Seuss, who has lots of consonants and sometimes very, words that rhyme and like hard to do together. So when I do that and then I just read it normal, look, sir, it doesn't feel as hard to pronounce all that stuff. Mr. Knox, sir, let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. Okay, so I would suggest that sometimes you do some of that, just the over enunciating of that. Thank you, Eric. Okay, I think that's it. I just want to tell you guys one more thing. We want to read and become so familiar with our book, where we turn the pages and stuff like that. Thanks, you guys. So that we can look at the audience 50% of the time. So that's what we're going towards, okay? And today, the sub's going to help you out. You're going to be going into groups to get your books and put a sticky note on it with your name. If you're using one of my books, you're going to leave it here, though. But you guys have access to the story on Google Classroom when you do your assignment. Okay? So make sure you're doing what the sub tells you to do. Thank you, guys.